Page 48, Rock of My Soul. Nice light bouncy piece, happy piece. Key of C major to start with. And if you look at the last line on page 48, it changes to the key of F major. I can do that, you know. And then over on page 49, third line, back to C major. So basically you're playing this piece 3 times. You're playing the melody 3 times. Once in C major, once in F major, and then again in C major. So really it's not very long. Right hand, lots of eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Don't let this syncopation get you. Take the first measure. If that's causing you a problem, if you're not getting that rhythm, then temporarily take out that tie and play all the notes. So it's here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But once you have that, then put the tie back in. You think playing that quarter note, you're just hanging on to the eighth note instead of playing it. So 1 and 2 and tie this. Tie. So that's really about all it is. And that's the rhythm. The first line is basically it. I mean, the third line, it's a little bit different. In the second measure, big deal. But that's the piece, because it's very repetitive. Starting with the bottom line, you're doing that again, but now you're in the key of F major, so you're up here. 2 and. Now your right hand's going to move around a little bit. Let's look at this. Let's go back to page 48. You're starting out here in this position. The second line, you're going to come up here. You're between phrases. You just lift up and move. Put the third finger on F now. Now you're in this position. And then at the last measure of the second line, you go back down. And again, at the end of a phrase, so you're just going to lift up and move here. And that's it. So you just moved around a little bit. And you're going to do that throughout. At the bottom, you're up here, but then at the top of page 49, you got to put your third finger on a B flat. You're just coming up 1 key here, and then at the end, the last measure of the first line on 49, you come back down. It's the same thing. The last 3 lines on page 49 are almost identical to the first 3 lines on 48. It's the piece again. The only difference is the ending. The last line on page 49, you're here. And then here, you come up here. Rest, rest. That's the only difference. The left hand has the broken chords. 1 chord in the first, take all the notes in the first measure, it's here. It's 1 chord. And then the second line's 5/7 chord. The tricky part is the third line, because you're in the first measure, you're here, and then you got to lift up and come down, put your fourth finger on the G. You just lift up and move. You don't have any time to do it, you got to watch out what you're doing, so at the end you're stretching out. This pattern happens like the second measure on page 49, but you're in the F position. Second line. And then 5/7 chord. This 5/7 chord in G major, or in C major. Because we're going back into C major here. And then you're here. Then in the last line on page 49, the left hand, you're starting here. Then you got to move, put your thumb on that G, coming all the way down. You don't have any time, you just got to move it. They don't really give you much articulation except maybe the phrasing. So in the left hand or the right hand, you're going to phrase it. Just connect them. But then the lift up between each phrase, I recommend you kind of bounce the left hand along. Play it, it's staccato, but it's a long staccato. And keep it light because the melody's in the other hand. Like so. throughout the whole piece, same thing, until you get down to the third line. When you get to the end of the piece, like the last couple of measures there on the third line, now you connect it. It's phrased, except you have accents. And I would disconnect these, put a little extra oomph on them and disconnect them. Just like you've been doing the others, except now you're accenting them, is the only difference. You get the same thing on the second line of page 49 in the left hand. And then accent that. And then you go on, and then at the end, the last line on page 49, you're bouncing along. And on these accented, I would separate them. The right hand's connected, but you can bounce these. If you can you play legato in one hand and bounce the other? It's up to you. If you can't, then you'll have to connect the left hand, because just take it really, really slow. Off. And then the last note on both hands is accented. Just blah. Now, it says moderately fast. It's up to you. The words, they only give words for the first of it, so I'm assuming you either singing the words 3 times or you're not singing. I don't know what you're doing. You'll figure out what you're doing, I'm sure. Let's play this together slowly, just to check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 4 counts because it's a 4/4 time, and you're starting out here, and the left hand's here. And you got all these accidentals. You know how accidentals work by now, I hope. 1, 2, ready and go, and. Rest. Rest. 4. Rest. Rest. Now, some people on this piece, they will go ahead and swing the 8th notes. That means playing them long, short, long, short. I leave that up to you whether you do or not. But it would be like this. I'll leave that up to you.